We continue our cost of living focus here on the South African Morning this Monday. It's a very important Monday. Why? Because it is the last Monday of the month. Now, of course, we all worry very much, don't we, every single month when we get to the first Wednesday as to whether or not we're going to see another fuel price increase. And I'm afraid if you've just woken up and just joined us, that is exactly what we are expecting this coming Wednesday. Experts are predicting anywhere between R2 and R2.50 as an increase come the 1st of June, and never mind as well as we talk about the R1.50 levy. It's that fuel price holiday, some people have been calling it, that levy that was taken out of the fuel price by the finance minister is now coming back in. So you can add the R1.50 to whatever the fuel price is going to be. We're standing here at a garage on William Nicol, just down the road from our headquarters, and you'll see behind me, in case you just joined us, R21.51 for a litre of 95, and for those of us driving diesel, it hurts a little bit more, or a lot more, R23.40. So R1.50 for the levy coming back in, and that expected R2.50 increase. So this is about to become the most expensive petrol price in the history of our country. Economic analyst Professor Bonke Domisa joining us this morning. Prof, good morning to you. I really appreciate your time. Please tell us that you can see into your crystal ball that this might get better sometime later this year. Good morning.
Good morning, and to all your viewers. Unfortunately, I cannot quickly say that things may get better later this year. Let us just wait and see what is happening between Russia and Ukraine and the OPEC members who are seizing that opportunity to push up the prices as much as they can. I mean, this morning alone, we woke up to a Brent crude oil price of over $120 per barrel. So that is the extent of the problem. And that feeds into the monthly fuel price adjustments, which has seen fuel price increases for both diesel and petrol from February onwards. Okay, in one of those months, the petrol people were saved from an increase by the introduction of this R1.50 per litre price reduction, which was due to the reduction in the general fuel levy. But the government made it quite clear at that particular point in time that it was just reducing that general fuel levy by R1.50 per litre for only April and May. And tomorrow is the last day of May. So we expect that general fuel levy cushion reduction to disappear, and hence these predictions about the petrol price and the diesel price increasing by as much as between R2.50 to R3.50 per litre.
And is there anything else that government is able to do from a levy perspective? Yes, we know about this reduction, Prof, as you mentioned, this R1.50. It's coming back in end of this month, i.e. tomorrow. Where else can government help the consumer in South Africa? There are a lot of levies in our fuel price. Is there nothing else that government can do to assist us?
On Friday evening, the Minister of Finance, Mr. Enoch Godongwana, hinted that they are looking at different options. I wonder what those options are, and if ever they materialize, it will be really good for South Africans, because these significant fuel price increases every month are pushing up the consumer price index. As it is now, it is near the top of the target inflation range of 3 to 6%. And because of that, we've seen various repo rate increases moving from 3.5% in October last year to over 4.75% this month in May. And those things are affecting mostly the poor. And it is for that reason then that we've actually read the South African Reserve Bank itself mentioning then that if this is not well managed, we may actually have an unavoidable social unrest situation, and no one wants to see that. Incidentally and coincidentally, unfortunately, the Reserve Bank has also played a part there because it has dogmatically increased the repo rate at every hint of the CPI being beyond the midpoint of the 3 to 6% target inflation rate range.
And my understanding of that was to try and keep inflation down, Prof, as well. How can we now look ahead to the rest of 2022? Do you see an expectation where the fuel price will come down? What needs to happen for our fuel price to come down? I'll tell you why, because perhaps it's just me, I'm getting cynical in my old age, but we always see the fuel price going up because of the weak rand, the dollar price going up. But when it does actually strengthen, we never really feel that fuel price coming down as significantly as we're seeing the increases. So do you suspect we could see a decrease, a significant decrease sometime this year? And B, what would that take?
We may see some decreases in the petrol price and diesel price if ever the Russia and Ukraine issue gets resolved in a way. Fortunately, the rand has begun strengthening in a way. I mean, this morning we woke up to the rand at 15 rands 57 to the US dollar, compared to Friday at 15 rands 66. So if ever that trend can continue, it can actually ease our problems in a way, because we buy our crude oil in US dollars. So when the rand strengthens against the US dollar, it means our crude oil is going to be purchased at a better price. Unfortunately, the crude oil prices keep on increasing. So if ever the Russian-Ukrainian problems get resolved, then the OPEC members, that is the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries members, may have legal excuses for pushing up the crude oil prices, because the crude oil prices have been at the core of our problems in South Africa in pushing the cost of living. Yeah. So let us just hope that gets resolved.
And it's going to get worse this coming Wednesday as well, Prof, as we look at the increase of this fuel price. I wish you had better news looking into your crystal ball. Always good to have you with us. Economic analyst Professor Bonke Domisa joining us, Tumelo. And this is exactly the issue. Right now, even when I spoke to Davie Root, an economist, renowned economist over the weekend on eNCA as well, is that he said he was hoping that there was something that could be done. But right now, there are just too many international factors which we are feeling the effect of. It's that rand, which, as the Prof said, is getting a slightly stronger. It's that oil price now over $120 per barrel. And then, of course, we have this ongoing conflict in eastern Ukraine. So I'm afraid there's not much good news. But what we're going to try and do as far as looking at the cost of living is concerned, we can't focus on just the fuel price. There's not much we can do there. But what we are going to look at is where else can we try and save? How can we help consumers, Tumelo, around the country try and squeeze every drop, if you'll excuse the turn of phrase, out of their budgets every month to try and keep food on the table, keep kids in school, keep their businesses open as well. So we'll unpack that again a little bit later here on eNCA on what is our cost of living focus this freezing cold Monday morning in Johannesburg.
Quite an important conversation to have, also just to cushion and better prepare consumers in South Africa. Gareth Edwards will continue to, of course, have those conversations right here on the South African Morning. I know that also speaking on this particular issue will be, of course, Leighton Beard from the Automobile Association, only coming up in the next hour. So obviously for all drivers, commuters, businesses in logistics, this is a conversation you need to have, because as Gareth had mentioned, of course, that record high petrol price in June definitely going to be affecting all of us. All right.